Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. You caught me in the middle of cutting some fabric for my project tonight. So welcome to the North Pole. What do you think? We had a blast decorating the sewing room this past week for tonight's virtual holiday party, and I am so excited to celebrate the holiday season with you. We're going to do this virtually because unfortunately, I don't have enough room in my home to have you all here. So enjoy from the comfort of your home. We do have Mary on the microphone tonight. Normally we don't have her mic'd up, but she is mic'd up, so she'll be able to say hi to you.
Hi, everybody. Merry Christmas.
My sister Nicole is also in the studio with us. You will not hear her maybe in the background, but you will not hear her on mic because she does not have a mic. I only have two. So we made a decision. She's just here to show us some love. So let me tell you what we're going to be doing tonight. Well, first off, I am working with some scraps that are left over from the Open Gate project. I did purchase Monique's 12-day Advent box, and I got it in November and I opened it in November and I enjoyed digging into every single package in that box. I did not wait. But there were there were actually four projects in the box, and all four of them I loved. One of them I actually just finished this past week. It's a table runner, but instead of using the leftover charm squares from making the top to make the back, I put some yardage from my own collection because I had some of that background from the Christmas Eve or Christmas morning line. I put that on the back and I saved the charm squares for another project. And so that's what I've got here. I've just got some 5-inch squares of the background and those leftover charm squares. And I'm going to try to make some 4 patches and we'll see what happens with them. I don't know what they're going to end up being in. Maybe nothing, maybe something, who knows, but it'll give me something festive to work on. We do have some giveaways that we'll be doing tonight, and some of them are right here. So a little bit later on in the evening, around 9 o'clock Eastern time, at 9 o'clock Eastern time, we're going to play Virtual White Elephant. It's going to be a lot of fun. And you guys are going to have to bear with me because we're going to have to play this over technology. We're going to use the live chat for it. So around 8:45, we will open up the bot, the raffle bot, to give out tickets. And you'll have 15 minutes to enter and get your ticket. And then at 9 p.m. Eastern time, I will pull 5 names, and all 5 of those people must be here watching the live stream. You will each have about a minute to respond after the bot tags you. So make sure you're near your keyboard when that happens. And you guys are going to play White Elephant. Now here's the catch, right? I'll tell you how we're going to play it, but here's the catch. I'm asking, please, if you live outside of the United States, you are more than welcome to play, but I cannot cover the full cost of shipping overseas. I will very happily put a credit towards whatever it costs to send your way because I would have spent that money to ship within the US, but I will need you to pony up the other part of that. So we'll figure that out, but I promise you the stuff in the box is worth it. So you'll still be getting a steal even if all you're paying for is shipping. So it is open to everybody, but just kind of keep that in mind that I'm going to ask you if you live overseas to help out with shipping. And if that's not something that is comfortable for you, or you don't like that, or you don't think it's fair, then just don't enter when we get to the 9 o'clock game. That is going to be, we are going to be doing other giveaways throughout the night, and those are open worldwide. If you live overseas, I will send you a quilted postcard signed by Mary and myself that I have made just for you. And if you live within the US, might get a postcard, you might get something else. I don't know. Probably a postcard, probably a gift. We'll see. We'll see. So we'll do those throughout the evening. I am so excited. So let me tell you about how the virtual white elephant is going to go down. At 9 o'clock, after we close out the raffle bot and we get all those tickets, I'm going to pick my 5 winners. And once I've confirmed that all 5 of you are here and in the chat, we're going to start with the first name that I picked. Person that I picked first will be number 1, second person's number 2, third person's number 3, so on, so forth, etc. Whoever has number 1 is going to get to pick a number between 1 and 5. 5 boxes, 1 through 5. Whatever number you pick is the box that I'm going to pull out. We're going to go to the overhead camera and I will show everybody, including you, what is in that box. It's not going to be a surprise. You're going to get to see it tonight. And then we will go to person number 2. Person number 2 will get to choose whether they want to pick a new box or steal number 1. And Mary will be helping me keep track of where all of these are going. So just so you know. We'll continue that until all 5 players have had a chance to pick a gift, and then we're going to round it out by going back to number 1, who will get a chance to take whichever gift they want, and there will be no cap on steals because we're only playing with 5 people, and that's the fun of the game. I promise you all of the stuff in here is quilt shop quality. It is from my shelves. And I'm really excited to share it with you. So these are this is stuff I would have bought, stuff I loved, and I am excited to put in gift box and pay for this Christmas season. So let's see what we've got going on in the chat. Yes, I 9 o'clock Eastern time. I think I've said that, but I just want to be clear. 9 o'clock Eastern time. If I forgot to say Eastern time, it is always Eastern time. I am Eastern time zone, always Eastern time. Game sounds fun. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Elaine says, someone is missing. Oh yeah, Ian, Becca's sidekick. Well, I don't know if I would call her my sidekick. I've been told in the past that is a derogatory term, so I don't say sidekick. Susan says, I am actually done with making my Christmas gifts. Got a head start. 2 I made between Christmas and New Year's last year. Awesome. Tanya Rogers is here. She says, woohoo. Kelly says how to enter. We will start that at 8:45. We will share all of that with you at 8:45 p.m. Eastern time. You will have 15 minutes to enter for the virtual white elephant. We're not doing that right now. Jewel says, good evening. So Becca and everyone, Merry Christmas. Monkey Man says, hi, everyone. Let's have some fun. Awesome. Great. So we're going to go ahead and get the bot going about every little bit. I'm not even going to be stringent about it. Normally I'd be like, okay, every 15 minutes, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to have some fun. And every so often we're going to pick a winner. So we're going to start the, I got to get Streamlabs up and running so I can get the bot going. We're going to get it up and going. So what are you doing?
Looking for a pen.
Okay. I'm logging into Streamlabs.
Okie dokie.
What time is it there now? It is 8:08 p.m. Eastern time. Always Eastern time zone. Give me 1 second. I should have done this before I started. But this is what makes life interesting, right?
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to start with, where did it go? Where's there's the tab. I see the tab now. This is what we're going to call a mystery giveaway. So this is something that I'm going to pick to send to you once your name is drawn as a, this is not for the white elephant. This is for a mystery Christmas gift from Becca, or a card. Just 1
There's
second.
Tiffany.
Hello, Tiff. Hey, how are you doing?
There's my BFF, Pat Straw.
Okay. So let me go over here we're going to start a giveaway. This is for a mystery gift or card. We're going to let this run for about 15 minutes, and then we're going to pick our winner. It is running right now, so you can get your entry into that mystery gift by doing !jingle. If you type that into the chat, it will give you a ticket. Let's make sure it works. I've got the timer set for 15 minutes for you. Oh, thank you. There we go. Looks like the tickets are going, so awesome.
Yep.
So, I got some mail. Shall we talk about the mail that I got?
Yes, we shall.
Yeah, we shall. Yes, we shall. So I got some mail today. The first thing that I got was, could you please hand me that pile?
This pile right here?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
This pile too?
Yeah. So this is from a lady by the name of Kathy. And she sent me a whole assortment of flat chucks. And somebody else sent me a flat chuck last week as well. So now I have a whole collection of flat chuck. I've got 4 in Santa hats and 1 in a birthday hat. So I love Flat Chuck, who is going to hang out with
Flat Jenny.
Flat Jenny! All right, we're just gonna put Flat Jenny over here because she's gonna party with us too. I also got, okay, Flat Jenny's laying down on the job because Flat Jenny don't know how to stand up. Stand up, Flat Jenny! Dang it. Oh my goodness, Flat Jenny don't want to stand. Whatever, Flat Jenny's somewhere. It's not gonna work.
Oh, it's not gonna work?
It's not gonna
Okay.
work. Just take that out of the
Okay.
way. I'll just, here you go, Jenny. For now. She'll visit us this way. All right, so I got that, and then I also got this. So this is from Tanya. She lives a couple hours away from me in Virginia. Last week when we were doing the Christmas ornaments, the balls, I had mentioned that one of the things that you could do is fussy cut a piece of fabric and put it on that styrofoam ball and then build your star points around it. And that would be really cool if you had like a little Mickey or a little something to put in there. And I mentioned I wished I would have still had some of that JMU fabric because my husband went to JMU, which happens to be over by where Tanya lives. And so she mentioned she had a little scrap of it and she'd offered it to send it to me. And she did. I got it. Yay. And I actually have plenty of time to fussy cut a little bit of this bit and make a purple and gold JMU Christmas ornament for my husband for Christmas. So Tanya, thank you so much for sending that to me. But all of this is just kind of leading up to one big thing that I did get that I got to show you guys because I was a little blown away. I love getting happy mail. I love it when you guys send me quilted postcards. I love it when you send me letters, cards, whatever. And spoiler alert, I actually have people have sent me quilted postcards. I keep them. I keep every single one of them. I have a box full of them. And I have a bulletin board inside of my studio that every so often I'll go through and change them out because they're beautiful works of art. And right on the back, I know who sent it. So it's a lot of fun. So why was I talking about that? I forgot.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
But while you're thinking
I
about
love
it-
getting happy mail.
Okay, yes.
What's up?
Oh, Lenny Reeves says she's thinking of trying with the idea of making a flat Becca and hiding at QuiltCon.
I love that idea. Please send one to me. So, all right. So I love getting happy mail. I love getting happy mail. I like it, but I am used to getting very small items. And this next item that I want to show you, I'm showing because I know the person that sent this to me is in the chat. And I want to say thank you from the bottom of our heart because this was way more than I expected anybody to send. So without any further ado, let's just get this beast and bring it over here. Nikolai and Katie gifted my husband and I this wrapped canvas photo. This is a polar bear. It's a photograph that Nikolai, I believe, actually took himself. And there's a kind of a history with this to me because I made a polar bear quilt from Legit Kits. And Nikolai, every time he saw it, he kept asking if he could have it. And then he did offer to give me a photo of a polar bear if I gave him my quilt. Well, this showed up at my doorstep. I'm not sending him my quilt. Just saying. But it is a very beautiful canvas wrapped piece of art that I'm very excited to have. So thank you both from the bottom of our hearts. I think it's going to hang in my front room. I'm not really sure, but I did want to show it off and let you know that it got here safe and sound, and I really appreciate the generosity. Okay. Now what? I don't know what else to do. Like, I'll tell you one thing though. Would you grab my slippers for me right there?
I will.
So when they built my studio, I really need to do, and I think I'm going to do this in the new year. I've been in this space, this sewing room. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
I've been in the sewing room for almost 2 years now, I think. It'll be 2 years in January, February timeframe. I've been in here for 2 years and it's evolved since I moved in. I thought I had everything exactly where I wanted it to be, but I have learned there are things that I needed to tweak. And so I've done some things to make it bigger, to make it better, to make it badder. Is that the theme from $6 Million Man?
Yes.
Build it, make
bigger, better, faster,
stronger, all the things. So I've done some of those things and I want to share those with you in a video that I plan to do after the new year. However, all that said, they built a subfloor in the garage to level out the floor, and it's almost like I get a draft.
Yeah, from the floor.
Yeah, I should have gotten heated floors. Couldn't afford it.
Future.
So, I never really was a sock wearer or a slipper wearer, but now I like me some house shoes and a pair of socks, both, because otherwise my feet get cold. So that's why I was asking for my slippers, because during the day it's okay, and then you'll feel like a piece of wind, and I don't know where it comes from, but it's just like, oh, the floor got cold all of a sudden. The floor is a little drafty. Joni says your studio looks very festive. Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas to you too. I guess I could get sewing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fix her microphone, please. Mary.
Oh, sorry.
Put it down the front of your shirt.
Well, there's a problem with that because there's nowhere to pin it.
Just fold it. No, don't do that because your chin's gonna rub against that.
Okay. How about there? Because there's nowhere to put it here.
Put it on your belt.
No, it has to stay
That's
close
just
to her. Yeah, that'll work.
There?
That'll
Okay.
work. Just be careful because you don't want to rub your shirt up against the microphone.
Right. Okay. Sorry, guys.
We're just gonna fix it.
Okie doke.
Put it on our hand.
There's nothing on the other side.
No, that might not. Here, you know what? We're just gonna use this. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
I'm sitting close by anyway, so
You could set it on, if you just set it over there, then it'll pick you up while you're sitting there.
Okay.
You'll sound a little bit far away, but if you talk for a minute,
Hello.
they can still hear you.
Okay.
And they won't have to worry about it sounding muffled or rubbed or all of the other things. So there you go. There you go. Love the little string of mittens and hats behind you. Is there a pattern for those? Yes. And it's really, really easy. You get in your car, you drive to Target, and you spend $1.99 or whatever it was, check out, and you hang it up.
Yeah.
We didn't make it. It's store-bought. So much better, Mary, they said.
Thank you.
And I feel like I could probably do, whatever. I'm going to get sewing. All right, so I'm going to take my leftover charm squares, and I'm going to take my background squares. Everything's 5 inches, and I'm just going to put them right sides together, and I'm going to sew a 1/4 inch away down either side, parallel, right? And then later we'll come in and cut those, but I'm just sewing these together 1/4 inch either side. We'll do the left side, cut my thread, turn it around, and do the right side. And then I'm going to set it in a pile and grab another one. Somebody's coming up my driveway. It's more party people. Come on it. A Target pattern.
No, I think it's an Amazon.
Oh, what the heck
Yeah, it's
fire
an
is
Amazon.
going on? La, 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 la. All right, so let's talk about Christmas cookies. What is your favorite Christmas cookie? Let me know in the chat. What are you looking for?
Measuring tape.
Your what?
Measuring tape.
That drawer. Notions drawer.
Notions drawer.
So we had a fun what do we call that? A fun event with Mary's Juki. She has it set up in this room, and she's always complained about, the stitch on this doesn't look right. It doesn't look right. It doesn't look right. And we've gone round and round on this actually, because I'm like, well, are you quilting with it? No, I send my quilts out to the long armor. I was like, okay, is the stitch holding the fabric together in the seam? Yes. Then why do you care what the stitch looks like? I was like, is it working? Yeah, it's working, but I don't like the way it looks. Mary, nobody's going to see the seam once the quilt's put together.
I don't care.
Right? She doesn't care. So I've been like, oh, I don't know, Mary. I don't know. Well, the other night, she had her
Bobbin ran.
her bobbin ran out. Yes, thank you for that. Her bobbin ran out, and I said, okay, well, she opened it up to put a new bobbin in, get the bobbin out, and there was so much lint in there, and she was like, oh my word, it's filthy. I was like, ooh, can I clean it? So I went over there and I did all the things. I cleaned it out. I oiled it up because it hadn't been oiled in months, which is part of the other problem. And I changed the needle for her, but then also I took the time to adjust the bobbin tension because the bobbin tension was super tight. I took the time to adjust the bobbin tension and adjust the top tension, and the stitch on it is gorgeous now.
Yes.
She's super happy with it.
And it's nice and quiet.
It is much quieter than it was, yes. That was one of the things that she said while I was cleaning her machine. She came over here and was working on mine. She said, yours is much quieter than mine is. I was like, it's because you need oil in your machine. It'll be fine in a minute. So.
It's still not as quiet as Becca's, but it's much better than it was.
Once you you probably need to take it in to have some grease and stuff put in it too.
Yeah.
It's been.
Maybe I should take it down to Berger's before I leave to go to South Carolina.
That might not be a bad idea.
Yep.
You can always sew on the featherweight or your Bernina while you're waiting.
This is true. It's not like I don't have any sewing machines at all. I only have 4.
Peanut butter cookies. Ooh. Ian left a mess, Katrina says. You'll have to make him come back and fix his mess.
No, we let him pass.
Yeah, we let him pass. Somebody said that they changed their needle today as well. And I actually showed Mary what my trick was for my needle. So I keep a package of needles inside of my bobbin case. And then when it's time to wind a bobbin, I will wind 7, I think it is. 1 goes in the machine, the other 6 go in the bobbin case. And then I have extra bobbins in there as well. And when that row of bobbins all run out, then I know it's time to change my needle and wind more bobbins. But also, every time I change a bobbin, I do oil inside of here, which I didn't used to do, and I didn't know I was supposed to. Juki told me to do that, and since I've done that, the machine it sounds so much better. Merry Christmas.
Terry Hastings says she wants in, please. Terry, all you have to do is type
Exclamation jingle.
And you're in. In like twin.
Yep, I can't put you in. You got to type it on a line all by yourself. I love these little holiday parties, these virtual holiday parties. This is like the 3rd year I feel like I've done this.
Yeah, I remember us doing it last year. Well,
Yep.
we did New Year's, but I don't remember Christmas.
We did a virtual
Christmas?
holiday party
Yeah,
last
I
year.
remember.
I don't remember exactly what we did, but I remember one year, I think it was 2 years ago, we did gift cards,
Yeah.
e-gift cards. We had some gift cards to Sew Yeah,
Oh,
we
the
had some gift
raffle
cards
has
to
closed.
Quarter Shop, all those things. Okay, so we're going to pick your winner. And Mary, this would have been a really good time for you to have your laptop so I could show you how to do
This
this.
is true.
We'll do it later.
Yeah.
Can you go decline that? Nicole's phone's ringing.
Oh, sure.
Oh, it's her alarm telling me to pick a winner. That's what it is. All right, so we're going to pick a winner. And then we're going to open it up and do another one. So we're going to be giving stuff away all night tonight because it's Christmas and we're celebrating with presents. So here's the rule though. When I pick a winner, you have about a minute to type something in the chat and let me know that you're here. By winning and typing something in the chat, you acknowledge that the way you're going to claim your prize is to send an email to Becca@sewbecca.com with your name and physical mailing address, and we will drop something in the mail to you over the course of the next week. So let's get started, see who our winner is going to be. It looks like M. Smith is our first winner, so we're just going to give M. Smith a moment to see if they have if they're still in the chat. Remember, you have to be here to enter and you have to be here to win.
Yeah.
Yay, M. Smith is here. M. Smith, make sure to email me at Becca@sewbecca.com, your physical mailing address, and we're going to pick another one. Here goes another giveaway. Exclamation jingle in the chat for a mystery prize.
There were some people that typed exclamation jingle before she started the giveaway, so they don't need to enter again.
Yes. Yep. Jingle, jingle, jingle. Blah, blah, blah. I'm the king of jingling. Yep.
Oh, that's going now.
Yeah, we'll let them go. My great granddaughter and I decorated cookies. I saw that, and then it went whoop, bye.
Yep, like really went back.
It did. I think the rule will be when I open another mystery giveaway, I'm just not going to look at the chat for about 3 minutes because I can't keep up with it. It's like its pages just go.
It like flies.
It does. It's not even scrolling. It's just like page. Oh man, I don't know why I'm having a problem with this tonight, but my machine has come unthreaded like three times.
That's because you worked with mine and you caught the bug.
Oh, maybe. The virus that was on your Juki has made its way over to mine. Phew. No. I saw somebody said peanut butter cookies were their favorite cookies. What's your favorite, Mary?
My favorite is oatmeal raisin.
Oh, Zoe's as well. She loves the oatmeal raisin. I love a peanut butter cookie, but I mean I love all cookies. Who are we kidding?
All cookies.
But peanut butter cookies they're up there for me.
Yeah.
One year when Jason and I first started dating, his mom used to be a caterer, and she would always send food down for him, leftover food from events that she did or whatever.
Yeah.
And she sent down one of those gallon Ziploc bags full of peanut butter cookies. And her peanut butter cookies, let me tell you, they are to die for. Over the course of the week of Christmas, I ate them all. All of them.
Oh my God.
All of them. 100%. Andrea, thank you so much for joining my membership program on my channel. That's just a recurring.
When it says welcome to level 1.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I got to come up with a better name for that. So
okay.
I don't know what to
I saw
call
that
it.
on another one and I didn't know what it meant. So
You can name so you have channel memberships.
Mm-hmm.
You can turn on your YouTube channel, and all that is a way for you to have a membership program on your YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
You can customize the benefits that people get from that. to be whatever you want it to be, but it automatically recurs every month until you cancel it. I don't get to see your billing information. I don't see like none of that happens. None of that happens. I can't control any of it. It's completely on your side of the house. So the you can control the membership here by giving exclusive content on YouTube. I don't have exclusive content. My channel is free for everybody to watch, and it'll stay that way. But there are a couple of perks that I have baked into those YouTube memberships because I feel like I look at it as a recurring tip, and I kind of feel like if you're going to take the time to and the money to send me a tip, I want to give you something back for it. So for both levels, you have access to some custom emojis that I have drawn for you, and they're in the little emoji window. You also have a little icon next to your name, and your name turns bold green, so it pops out at me a little bit more. I can't always guarantee I'm going to see your name on the live chat because the chat goes so crazy. But when I'm looking at videos and comments to the videos, your comments on my videos do pop up above everybody else's. And I try to reply to all the comments, but I focus on the people that are sending recurring tips first, and then I go down to everybody else. So, but I do read all the comments and I try to reply to every single one. Penny says, dang, had to go grab a cookie after so much cookie talk. I see you changed the symbols for members. I did. I like the hearts. I breathed some new life into it.
The one thing about Becca, she's always tweaking things.
Always tweaking.
Always tweaking.
Always tweak. It's
Yeah,
we're all
we
good.
did.
We're
We did
good.
it all.
We don't need that. Thank you though. Yeah, I'm never satisfied. I'm always trying to do something more. It's a problem. I think that's the ADD in me.
Yep. Probably. But I'm the same way. I'm always changing stuff around.
Yeah.
So.
I always wanted to see, I saw a trunk show when Jenny did her Jenny on the Road a few years ago. She came to Lancaster and I got to go see her, and it was a lot of fun. She did a wonderful trunk show. But one of the things that she talked about is she always thinks, what if? Right? And so she'll take a block, she'll be like, but what if I do this? Right? That's exactly how my brain works. What if? Oh, well, you did it this way, but what if you did this? Like that's.
And I've heard you say that a million times.
But what if? But what if? I feel like when I heard her say that, I was like, see, it's okay to not do things a traditional way. Do it differently. Yep. Find a shortcut. I'm always trying to find ways to streamline.
I always do it the me way.
Yep, do it the way that works for your brain.
Yep.
Jan says, I wish I had some cookies.
Me too.
Tammy said, I figured Ian would be on here too. Ian does have some plans this evening, but he should be joining us a little bit later, probably closer to the 9 p.m. Eastern time. I believe he is celebrating with some loved ones right now. Sherry, thank you so much for joining the level 2 of my tipping program. I think I'm going to go in tomorrow and change that to be a name of a channel membership level 2 or tip level 2 or something. So it's just like not level 2. You've unlocked level 2. So.
Oh yeah, Donna Mason. I like those peanut butter cookies with the Hershey Kiss on the top.
Oh, we need to make some cookies.
Yes, we do.
My other favorite cookie is the chocolate no bakes.
Oh, I don't like no bake cookies. I don't like the texture of them.
If you did not hear that, my sister just loudly gasped from the other side of the room. Well, and that's because we have been learning things about Mary this week.
Yeah.
And we're not picking on Mary.
No.
We're not. This is not a picking on Mary thing. However, there is a little bit of an age difference between Mary and I and my sister.
Slightly.
Just a little bit, not huge. But Mary's
I'm an old soul in a younger body.
yes, her idea of nostalgia is not what our idea of nostalgia is. And so at the Christmas time, she wants to watch like White Christmas and Miracle on 34th Street, the one from 1947 with Natalie Wood, which
Yep.
I agree is the best.
Mhm.
But she wants to watch all of those older movies.
Christmas Carol, the
Christmas-
1937 version with Alistair Cook.
And those are all great movies, and I watch them
Yeah.
too. But I also love A Christmas Story
Yeah.
and Elf
Yeah.
and National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. And those are three staples that I have got to get in multiple times every season. She does not like them. And I thought, okay, fine. You know what? Those are all comedies. And I know she's not a big comedy type of person. So, okay. But I thought maybe she would like some of the endearing things. I was like, what about Polar Express? She's like, nope, don't like it. And I was like, okay, fine, I get it. You don't like the idea of a train showing up in the middle of the night and kidnapping your child and taking him to see some creeper who lives thousands of miles away and wants to give him a present. I get it. Fine. Okay. What about The Christmas Story with Jim Carrey? Nope, don't like Jim Carrey. What? I went down the list of
Jim
so many
Carrey's
movies.
Not in the Christmas Story though.
Yeah, he is.
That's the one with the little guy, right?
Yeah, but he made a
is in
version
that?
of that.
Oh, I didn't
Oh no,
realize
not
he
A
did.
Christmas Story, A Christmas Carol. Sorry, A
Gotcha,
Christmas
sorry.
Carol. Right. But here, let's see if we can get her on this one because I haven't asked her. Mary,
Yes.
what do you think about Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas?
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Okay, it's it's
I
basically
don't
like
think- I don't-
Mickey does A Christmas Carol.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that.
It's basically Mickey does A Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
Mona says, I love Polar Express. Tangles S says, I finally saw Elf. Loved it. Linny says, Fred Claus is my new favorite. See, here's Nicole didn't know that she didn't like Elf. So Nicole and I are sitting in here quoting Elf. We're just going back and forth and laughing at it. And Mary's laughing along with it. And then we
I'm
told...
just laughing because you guys were laughing.
I could stop, apparently. So eventually we stopped, and I told Nicole that Mary didn't really like Elf, and she goes, well, then why are you laughing at us? Okay, so Nikolai wants to know, how about Nightmare Before Christmas?
No.
Oh, that's a
Don't
good
like
movie.
anything. Don't like anything with Halloween related.
Okay. Let's see. I'm so messed up. I liked all of those and the cartoon ones too. So we did get her. She did share that she liked like the original Grinch special,
Yes.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Frosty the Snowman. Those are all of those. Oh my God, Bill!
A year without a Santa Claus.
Nicole, Bill just wrote. Are you ready? Bill just wrote, Mary's an angry elf. That's a line from the movie Elf. Yes.
Oh.
So the scene is Will Ferrell was raised by elves, so he thinks he's an elf. And he walks into this boardroom. He had just been on this wonderful date with this girl that he loves. And he walks in, he goes, I'm in love, and I don't care who knows it. And his biological dad, who he's trying to connect with, is in this boardroom, and he's having a meeting with this smaller guy
Not an elf?
who's not an elf. They're having a business meeting, and he says, oh, I didn't know you had elves working here. And the guy goes, I'm not an elf. And he gets very angry, and he says something to him, and he's getting upset. And Buddy looks over at him and goes, ooh, you're an angry elf. So,
Did you see the Christmas card I got you guys?
yeah, it's on our mantle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I got it for you because it's Elf.
I
It's your
love Elf.
favorite movie.
It is one of my favorite movies. No lie, I was working from home on Tuesday, and I had Elf playing. And so I walk out in the hallway, and I go stand by Jason. I go over to his office, and I was like, hey, what are you doing? He was like, working. I was like, oh, cool. I was like, I'm watching Christmas movies while I work. You want to guess which one I'm watching? I'll give you 2 guesses. And he just sat there and he looked at me and he goes, you're watching Elf. I was like, yes, I am. Yes, I am. Check. Oh, you're an angry elf.
No, I'm not angry elf, but I love all the nostalgic things that were popular when I was growing up, kind of things. Like
Right.
They didn't have a lot of Christmas movies like that when I was growing up. It was like Christmas 30-minute classic specials.
Yep.
I called them. Like, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Year Without a Santa Claus, Santa Claus will come into town, Frosty the Snowman, and those are the things that we watched every year because every year between Thanksgiving and Christmas, you would see those movies on TV, and you would watch the TV guide for when they came out and watch them, no matter how many times they came on.
Yep.
And because they run them on all the different channels,
Yep. We had we used to watch those too, and so the animated ones, those are part of our staple because we saw them every year. And then there was A Christmas Carol, but it was an older one because it was always on it was always on whatever, right? So I don't know what version that is, but I could figure it out.
Yeah.
So it was A Christmas Carol. We had to watch that. And then we watched Rudolph, Frosty, and
the Peanuts Christmas.
oh yes, the Peanuts Christmas. Gosh, we haven't watched that yet. But we watched all of the animated ones. But as I got older, into my late teens or early 20s, these other movies, I was exposed to them. Some of them were around when I was younger, but others came out when I was that age. So I have two different nostalgias, right? Like the one nostalgia is like childhood nostalgia. And then the other one is like, okay, like early adulthood. Yeah. So like Elf for me is kind of like an early adulthood. And I'm not like, I like Will Ferrell on like SNL, but I don't love his movies. Yeah. But I do love Elf. And I was only turned on to that because one of my sisters loved the movie Elf or loved Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just,
See, I
it's just
never
fun.
advanced into early adult nostalgia. I just stayed in childhood nostalgia.
Nothing wrong with that. 'Twas the Night Before Christmas with the little clock mice. Yes.
Yes.
I remember that too.
Yep.
White Christmas and Love Actually and The Holiday are my favorite, Starla says. So I had Mary watch Love Actually. Actually, Mary watched Love Actually.
It wasn't a bad movie. I didn't mind it at all. I actually watched it almost to the very end.
Almost.
And I think that was you had gone to bed earlier or something like that, and or you went.
I had walked out of the room for a little bit.
Yeah, and then I walked out shortly after that or something, and I missed the last few seconds of it. So
Stephanie says, I have to admit, I love to watch Elf too.
yeah.
Same girl, same. Oh, it looks like we're ready to pick another window. So remember, if you're here, you have to be here in the chat to win. And the way you're going to let me know you're here is to type, type something. So our winner is Glory B. We're going to wait and see if Glory B is still here. Just type something. Babes in Toyland is wonderful. Oh gosh, I hadn't even thought about that one. Laura Lynn is here from Mom and Pop Quilt Shop. Awesome.
Hi,
Hello, Laura Lynn. Becca, what are you working on? I am just sewing some scraps together and making some 4 patches with my leftover Christmas fabric from a table runner that I made, past tense, made. Glory B says, thank you, I am here. Awesome, Glory. Please send me an email to becca@sewbecca.com so that we can get a lovely mystery prize out to you. Now, here's where we're going to transition. It is 8:42. I'm going to configure the giveaway so that we are picking our 5 winners for our virtual white elephant game. We're going to play this game at 9:00 p.m. Eastern time. So in about 17 minutes. 17 minutes is when we're going to play. So just to remind you, before I get things set up so that you can enter for your chance to play, there are only going to be 5 people that can play. I'm sorry I can't play with all of you, but 5 are going to get a chance to play. All 5 of you are guaranteed a gift. One of these boxes. If you are within the US, shipping is on me. If you are outside of the US, some of the shipping will be on me and you will have to pony up the other part of it, and we will work all that out offline. Here's how it's going to go down, and I will explain this again when we get to the point where we have picked our winners. I'm going to open up the bot, and there's going to be a new command. It will not be exclamation jingle that you'll type in on a line, and you'll get a ticket, and then I will pick 5 winners from this one raffle. Those 5 names are the folks that are going to be able to play White Elephant with me. you have to let me know that you're here, because if you are not here and you are not active in the chat, you cannot play. It's part of it, right? So
Yep.
once we do that, we will go in order of how I picked you. So the first name will be number 1, second name will be number 2, third name will be number 3, and we'll keep going all the way down to number 5. Person number 1 will get their first choice of these 5 boxes, and I will show you what's inside. Person number 2 will have a choice to steal package number 1 or pick a new one, and we'll continue that way until all 5 players have had a chance to pick a package. At which point we will end by going back to person number 1, who will get to choose whether or not they keep what is in their, what is assigned to them, or steal from somebody else. So we're going to get this set up. Just give me a moment. My keyboard has
Donna
to
says, pick me, pick me. Martha's
going to-
creative life is in the chat.
Hello, Martha, Martha, Martha.
Stephanie Harris is in the chat.
All right. Confirm. Now let me do here. Trying to think of a cool command.
How about elf?
Okay, elf. Elf it is. Elf it will be. All right. I haven't turned it on yet. So
wait.
all right. I'm just looking to make sure there's nothing in here that okay, don't see any extra. All right, cool, cool, cool. I'm going to start this. Here we go.
Da, 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 da.
Exclamation ELF, ELF, will get you a ticket, a chance to win or play our White Elephant game. We'll play in about 14 minutes when we pick our 5 names. And until then, we'll just sit here and chat. And I'm probably not going to look very much at the chat because it's probably going to be a little chaotic in a minute.
Yeah.
Here it goes.
There it goes.
There it goes. I love that. I love that you guys are excited to play because I am excited to play. I love that you're excited to win something fun because I am excited to give you a gift.
Oh my God.
I love to give gifts. I really, really do. And this is fun for me. So yeah. It's pages.
It's like flies. But
It does. It does. So there are no questions that I will be answering at this time. I will just cut my fabric. So if you're curious what I am doing, I will go over this with you. I've taken 2 charm packs, sewn them together, one down the left side, one seam down the right side. And now that these are all sewn together, I'm pulling this 5-inch square pair, that rhymed, and I'm measuring 2.5 inches over from the side because that's the middle of the fabric, and I'm just cutting. And I'm making them into another pile, and then I'm going to start mismatching them and making some 4 patches. Jingle, 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 bells ringle, jingle, wingle, dingle, of jingling. Oh my gosh. We'll be here all week, folks.
I'm Mr. Keep Blister.
I don't know this one.
I'm Mr. Sun. Da-da, da-da. I'm Mr. Keep Blister. I'm Mr. 101.
Oh, but
They call me
Wait, stop.
Visor.
Hold on. Have they even seen the elf?
I don't know.
Oh, you should come over here and show them the elf. Mary got all decked up for this. I put on a hat. Mary put on a whole outfit. Down to the shoes. Yep, down to the shoes. And the bells.
And the bells. I had ears too, but the ears don't stay on, so the ears went bye-bye.
So
See, Bill, I'm a happy elf.
She was very excited about that. She's like, look at my, a lady fair said, she's a happy elf.
And when I brought it into the house, Becca says, I'm not wearing that.
I'm not wearing that. I'm not wearing that. I'll put on a hat. And mostly because I was pretty sure it would not fit me. Such a cute elf. A dancing elf. Love it. Becca, your room looks festive. You can thank Mary for that. She farted Christmas in here, and I love it. Merry Elfmas. Sherry Hendricks says, Merry Elfmas. I love that. Merry Elfmas. That's awesome. Just keep jingling those bells and making angels get their wings, Mary. Mary is elf-tastic.
I had fun. I went shopping for the Christmas decorations and I had a blast.
She did. Well, and I think like this is probably a little bit of respite that she needed too, because Mary goes all out when it's time to decorate for Christmas. She gets really excited about it. The dining room gets decorated. Her whole house is decked for Christmas, including the porch. And because they're selling their home, they're packing things up. So there is no decorations at her house. So those decorations are now in here. And I am happy to be her guinea pig. That's what friends do.
That's what friends are for.
Farted Christmas. They're laughing at that one. I think that, I mean, it's Christmas.
She said too. It's a very farted Christmas.
That actually came from a few years ago. I had gone all out and decorated our little tiny home. So you walked in the front door and you were immediately into the front room, and I did garland on the floor lamp, around the TV, Christmas lights everywhere, the tree, the stockings, everything. And so when you walked in, it was like you were in the North Pole. So I didn't know how to describe how I had gone over the top. So I was like, I farted Christmas. And it's just been a thing I've said ever since.
I even have the little Christmas hats that goes over the back of the chairs.
Oh, really?
Chairs, yeah.
That's
that
awesome.
I got from Dollar Tree.
That's so awesome. Yep. Somebody had asked me if I'm off next week. Nope, I am not off. I will be working a couple of days from home though, so there's that. But it's going to be a pretty light week, so I actually don't mind going into the office. My daughter is old enough now that she doesn't need me to be home all the time. She doesn't want to do anything with me. She's a teenager. She's too cool for me.
Once in a while she
does. She does. So, gosh, what was I going to say? So I'll be going into the office a couple days next week, working from home a couple days next week, but it's actually going to be really light. So it'll let me get caught up, focus on some other things without any distractions, probably play a little mom and pop quilt shop in my ear while I'm working. In case you don't know, I tend to do that during the week while she's live streaming, gives me company while I'm sitting at my desk, wishing I could be home sewing.
Mama
And
Nancy's in the chat.
there we, so no, I will not be taking next week off. Shelley says, we all have that one friend who decorates overboard for Christmas. Yes, I do.
That's me.
My sister starts in August. She's not lying. I'm not lying. If I'm lying, I'm dying.
Sometimes I've been known to start in July.
Oh, gosh.
No, my rule of thumb is I don't start decorating for Christmas until the day after Thanksgiving.
Day after Thanksgiving. We usually start by putting our tree up on Thanksgiving because we host Thanksgiving dinner and all of the kids are here. So we pull the tree out, we fluff it up, and we put the ornaments out there, and we let the kids start putting the ornaments on the tree. They look at about 5 of them. Each of them put about 2 on the tree, and then
That's it.
we do the rest. Mary is your own little elf on a shelf, Martha said.
That's
This
me.
gives me an idea, Mary.
Oh, gosh. Nicole's coming up with ideas.
Yes.
I just
Harvey
saw the
has
light bulb.
never seen a real elf.
Oh, will you be,
no.
you want to be an elf for Harvey on Christmas?
Sure.
Mary's going to be an elf on Christmas Day. That's awesome. The hubby would stay decorated for Christmas 365 days a year if I allowed it.
At least her hubby gets into the holidays, so.
Where to put the handle in your ruler? Oh, so this, you could just get a normal pop cap ruler like you get for the back of your phone. It's just a suction with a grip on it. I literally just dropped it. I bought it from a local quilt shop. They had it on the rack next to the Quilter Select ruler. I think it's actually made by Quilter Select, but the pop grip things that you put on the back of your phone would work just as well.
Yep.
Lori says, I just had 3 quilts long-armed. A person that sews with us on Mondays is running a sale. It's 1.5 cents. Is that what it is? 1.6 cents a square inch. So 2 big size quilts were $200. I was happy to not have to do them on my domestic. I can't believe, yes, Tiffany will be here very soon. Tiffany will be here very soon. I'm very excited about that. She is so close to 50,000 subscribers too, by the way. I think she's under 700 away from that goal. She's really excited to hit that. So if you do not know about Tiffany, and I'm sure all of you already do because you probably learned about me from her. If you don't know about Tiffany, !Tiff in the chat will get you over to her channel. She does live streams on Sunday nights. She's always doing something fun over there. And it's really amazing to watch her work because she's quick, she's artistic, and she's creative, and she's just able to put stuff together without always having a pattern in front of her. And she loves working with scraps. So make sure to give her some love and go check out her channel and subscribe if you haven't done that already.
Tiffany is a sew speedster.
She is. M. Smith said, that is brilliant. Thank you for the idea of the phone thingies. You're welcome. You don't have to buy, you know, I've heard other people say this, and I'm going to say it is absolutely true. A lot of the notions that we have are from other areas. We have stolen them. Quilters have stolen them from other industries.
And once they become quilt related, they double
Mark up the price. Yep. Yep. You know what I learned for the first time, or I did for the first time, but I had heard people talk about? Mary taught me how to use painter's tape to mark your quilt top when you're quilting.
I've used that for many, many years.
Yeah.
Because when I don't hand quilt, I mean, I don't machine quilt my own quilts on my domestic machine, but I do like wall hangings and table windows, sometimes a baby quilt if it's small enough. And I don't like marking a quilt. That it takes too long. It just takes away from the joy of the quilting part for me. And when I found out that you could use painter's tape to do that, I like buy big packages of painter's tape and keep them in my quilt room.
There you go. Debbie says, I'm here. Yay. Don't forget to do ! ELF to get a chance to win or play the virtual white elephant game. Juki cabinet. This is not a Juki cabinet. It is a tailor-made. It is made by TaylorMade. The cabinet is called Quilter's Vision, and my Juki sits down inside of it. I am trying to get my text to show up a bit bigger. My eye strain is killing me a little bit. So there we go. They always say that the first thing to go is your eyes.
Yep.
Let me tell you, that's right. Okay, yeah. Okay. Pat Boo says, I use it when I'm hand quilting, but will start on my domestic machine. Awesome. I'm going to set these pieces of fabric out of the way because in about 3 minutes or so, we're going to be playing our virtual white elephant game. So I need to clear off the mat so that we can see the gifts. Drink of water. Don't forget, you have about 2 minutes, maybe less now because we're on a delay. !ELF, ELF in the chat, all in one line. Get your ticket. We're going to pick 5 winners from that. And all 5 of you will get a box, but we're going to play White Elephant to see which one you get. I love to sew says, Becca, have you ever used Kimberbell's clear blue tiles to quilt your quilts? Curious what you think of them. I've never even heard of them. I'll have to check that out. I like your mouse. What brand is that? This is a Keychron mouse. It is the M3 wireless mouse by Keychron, Keychron. It matches my Keychron, what do they call that? mechanical keyboard. I love the sound and feel of a mechanical keyboard. Georgie, do exclamation elf on a line all by itself or you won't get a ticket. Kaz says, you're doing okay. You're not using glasses to read or sew yet. I am, and I had perfect eyesight until I turned 40. I blame iPads. You know, I'll be honest with you. I need them for detail, but that's really it. And sometimes I can't use them because they actually make it worse. So I'm just doing this. How long did it take you to make your micro quilt block, Becca? My micro quilt block. I don't know which one you're talking about.
The dogs look at me like I'm nuts.
Because you are nuts, Mary.
The dogs, I'm scared to crap out of them when I get off the stage.
Jingle, jingle. Will your mom be with you for the holidays? Judy wants to know. No, but she will be here on Wednesday of next week, and she's staying until early March. So my mom, Christmas happens, then my mom comes on Wednesday, and then Mary moves, and then Tiffany comes, and then QuiltCon, and then my mom leaves. And it feels like the next few months are going to go boom real fast because there's something to look forward to every couple minutes. Could you please put the dogs back in the family room? They got into the washroom and they're scratching at the window. Thank you. Oh, the postage stamp quilt. Okay. It took, let's see. It was a tedious process because you had to cut all the fabric. That took me probably a good afternoon. And then you had to lay everything out on the panel and press it down and then bring it back over here and stitch it. I did do about 2 or 3 panels sporadically over the course of the summer or the early fall, but once I got it in my head that I was going to make that and I was going to work on it every day. Do you want to bring it over here and I can show them? Once I got it in my head that I was going to work on this every day, Mary helped me with it, but it took the 2 of us working on this a little bit every night for the better part of a week, right?
Yep.
Maybe 2 weeks,
Yeah,
actually.
exactly, yeah.
Here, it's this way.
Oh,
No,
and
no.
I got it wrong. Okay, sorry.
No, it doesn't matter. It's just, there it is. That is the quilt. There are 3,024 little pieces of fabric that were 1.5 inches before I put them in there. They all finish at 1 inch and I love it. I know I'm going to put a border on it. I don't know what the border will look like. I don't know what I'm going to do for the border. I'm sitting on it right now. We'll figure it out later. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Karen. She said your video was awesome. Awesome. All right. Moment of truth. You all had your chance to get your tickets. We're going to pull our winners. So remember, this is how it works. I'm going to open the tickets back up. So if you have not gotten it, you have a chance to get your ticket to play one last time. Once I finish explaining how this works, I'm going to close the entries and I will pick the names. And remember, we are on a 30-second delay. So there you go. All right, so this is how it's going to work. After I finish explaining how the game is going to play, we will get started. We're going to pick 5 winners. 5 winners. We're going to pick 5 names, but we're not going to pick them all at once because I got to pause to see if you're here. So I am going to draw name number 1, and I'm going to pause for about a minute to see if that person is still in the chat. You have to be here to play. And then I will draw name number 2, and we will pause to see if you are in the chat because you have to be in the chat in order to play. And we're going to keep doing that until we have 5 names picked of people that are here. And I'm only going to give you about a minute to reply. So make sure you're close by your keyboard or you have your device ready and you're able to type in the chat. Once I have all 5 of my folks, we will start with person number 1, and you will get to pick box 1 through 5 to kick things off. I will bring it over here. We will go to the overhead camera, and I will show you one item at a time what is inside that box. We'll set it aside. We will keep very close eye on who has what box, right? So you don't have to worry about that. Mary's going to keep us straight. We're going to set that aside, and then we'll let person number 2 go. They will have a chance to tell us in the chat whether they want to pick a new gift, and if so, which one they want, or if they want to steal. And if they want to steal, you got to tell me which one you want to steal, right? So That's how it's going to work. After we get through all 5 of those people, we're going to go right back to number 1. And number 1 is going to choose whether they want to keep what they currently have, and we'll show you what it is, or steal from somebody else. You ready? Okay, we're going to close the entries. I'm waiting for the delay to catch up. I'm waiting for you to hear me say, here's what we're going to do. I'm waiting for you to hear me say, I'm going to close the entries. So if you heard me say, I'm closing entries, put a heart in the chat. I'm waiting for the delay to catch up. I just don't want anybody to put in exclamation elf after I closed it because I closed it prematurely. So just waiting for a couple of hearts to come up in the chat. There we go. There's Shirley around to it. Thank you so much, Shirley. We've got some hearts coming in the chat. All right, give us some love. Here we go. Closing the entries now. Remember, you're hearing this 30 seconds in advance.
Well, we got some hearts now.
Yay, awesome. I like typed heart. Kathleen says, here's a heart from Callie. Awesome. Okay, so we have 321 people that want to play. Remember, if you live outside the US, you're going to have to pay part of the shipping cost. You won't have to do the whole thing. We'll work it out. So keep that in mind. If I call your name and you decide you don't want to play and you're here, you can just say pass. That's totally fine. We're going to pick our first name. Are you ready? Our first contestant is Rose Smith. Let's give Rose Smith a chance to chat. Let me know that she is here. We'll give her about 30 seconds to a minute. Laura Lynn's ready. See, Rose Smith. I can picture Laura Lynn doing like her best Bob Barker voice. Rose Smith, come on down.
You're the next contestant on The Price is Right.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I don't see her chatting yet. And by the way, I do have software that will pick that exact user out. So as soon as she types, there it goes.
Here
It
she
pops
is.
up on my screen. There's a little bit of a delay. So awesome. Yay, Rose. All right. So can you please write down Rose
did.
Smith? Awesome.
Already did.
We're going to pick our next contestant. Contestant number 2 is Karen Brunette. Awesome, Karen. Let me know in the chat that you're still here. And I know there's a 30-second delay. So I will awkwardly sit here and clean off my sewing machine table while I wait
Brunette
for
says
Karen to
she's
tell me
here.
she is here. Yes, she is. Awesome. All right. Contestant number 3 is Beth Warren. Come on down. Beth Warren. Beth. Waiting for Beth Warren. Waiting. Yeah, we'll give her
Get those doggies
another 30
rolling.
seconds or so. Beth Warren. If you're listening, Beth, come over and type in the chat.
Come out and play.
Come on down, Bethy.
There
She is. Yay. Awesome, Beth. Okay, great. Contestant number 4 is Chiquita Pearson.
How do you spell that?
Chiquita.
Just like the banana.
Yep.
Chiquita, what was her last name?
Pearson. Pearson.
Got it.
Yay, Beth, we got you. Waiting for Chiquita. Chiquita Pearson's gonna play Virtual Elephant. It's gonna be great. Let's see what she wins. By the way, all the stuff is
There she
quilted.
is.
Yay. Awesome. Thank you, Chiquita. And contestant number 5. Don't worry, but guys, after we're done playing this game, we're going to have a couple more mystery giveaways. So if you're not a contestant here, you're still going to get a chance to win a prize. So our last contestant number 5 is Yo Patty G. Oh my gosh, I love that. Yes, Patty, are you still here? Awesome. 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 Let me know that you're here. Where are the Christmas snacks? Great question. I have water.
Where's the Christmas what?
Snacks.
We have none.
Candy.
Yeah, I don't need to eat. I'm fine. Yay, Patty. Okay, so these are our 5 contestants in order. Mary, can you read them all for me?
I will. The first contestant on The Price is Right is Rose Smith. The second one is Karen Burnett. The third one is Beth Warren. Then we have Chiquita Pearson. And then we have Yo Patty G.
Awesome, awesome. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to close this out so there is no more ticket to get. We're going to start with Rose Smith. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, Rose, behind me are 5 boxes. 1, 2, and the elf is going to come model for us. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You just have to tell me which number you would like me to open for you, and we'll show you what you're getting. So we're going to watch in the chat. Maybe you guys can help me keep an eye for what number Rose Smith says. And then, of course, all of you or who are here today too could help with that as well. Jingle, 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 hear those sleigh bells ringle. Old Kris Kringle, I'm the king of jingling. Oh, geez.
Rose wants box number 4.
All right, that's the red one. So let's show you in this lovely overhead. We'll zoom you in a bit, just so the lighting's better. What's in box number 4? So this is box number 4. And you're keeping track that she has number 4 right now? Okay. These are chock full of things, guys. Some of them might be hit, some of them might be missed, depending on who you are. The first item that you have is a purple thing. The second item that you have is a spool of Aurifil thread, color number 2600. It is one of the big spools. We have a box of half square triangle quilt block design. We have, a water-soluble Clover Choco marking pen. One side has your ink and one side has your white liquid to erase the line. We have a jelly roll, a full-size jelly roll. This is from, I can't remember the designer's name, Stacy Itsu. This is from Stacy Itsu. It is a Christmas line. It is called Joyful Joyful. This is what the color palette looks like. There, it's nice and focused. And I'll do a little turn just like this so you can see the colors that are in here. There we go. And then the last thing is a fat quarter bundle of some Cafe Facet fabric, but these are more solids. They're tone on tones. They're not the crazy floral prints. So if you have been wanting to get into a little bit of Cafe, this is a very safe way to do that. So there you go. That's what you have in box number 1. A fat quarter bundle, a jelly roll, a spool of thread, a purple thing, a marking tool, and this quilt block design deck, which, could you hand me my opened one? Because somebody was asking what that is.
Which one?
This. It's over, yeah. I'll show you what that notion is without opening this. It's all the way over to the left. Yep. I'll show you what that notion is. And you're going to want to bring the other 2 over too. I have this myself. What it is, you open it up and inside you have all of these little tiles. Some of them are half square triangle units that are black and white. Some of them are two-tone gray. And then some of them are one patches. And the idea here is you can sit without having EQ8 or something of that nature and just kind of play with a layout, figure out how you might want to build something. Of course, it does require that all of your squares in the block are the same size. So there you go. That's what you got. It's a great quilt design tool. If you don't have software, you want to do it physically. Would you please pack this one back up?
I will.
Thank you. Here's her winnings. All right, so now we're going to move on to person number 2. We're going to go back to the big view so that you can see all the boxes that are over there. That was box number 1, so all of my other contestants, remember what's in that. All right, person number 2 was... Who was number 2?
Person number 2 is Karen Brunette.
Karen Brunette. You can pick 1, 2, 3, or 5. Or steal number 4. Jebel the Rebel says, me. Okay, that'd be great. Thank you. Jingle, jingle, jingle. I can hear the old jingle. I'm the king of jingling. Meow.
I will
steal
one of
those.
them over there.
Yeah, I probably will. Bag 3, please.
Bag 3.
Bag 3, please. All right, here we go, Karen. We're going to go back to the overhead. All right, bag 3. Do you see what's inside of here? Here we go. First item is the same notion, the half square triangle quilt block design deck, which I just showed you from the other box. You have another, this one has a jelly roll as well. It is the same line, Joyful, Joyful by Stacy Itsu. There you go. So you have those 2 items. You also have a purple thing. I'm sensing a theme.
There are different things.
There are
in the
different
boxes,
things.
we promise.
You have that pen, and you have a fat quarter bundle. Oh, nope. You have a fat quarter bundle and a spool of thread. Happy birthday, Linda. She said that would have been a nice gift for my birthday. You have a spool of thread, and you do have a fat quarter bundle as well. You have a batik fat quarter bundle ranging in, this is actually pink. It looks a little red on camera. I'll see if I can fix that a little bit.
Like a dark fuchsia.
Yeah, that's a little bit better. There are 20 fat quarters ranging in all different pinks. And this is what your prize is for box number 3. And I'll just go ahead and throw everything back in here. And while I'm doing that, we will move on to contestant number 3, who is Beth Warren. Let us know, would you like to steal number 3 or number 4 or pick a new one? And if so, the new ones are 1, 2, and 5. Thank you. You're welcome, Karen. Helen says, oh, I love that fat quarter bundle. I like this because people get to see what you're getting.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun instead of just being like, oh, it's a mystery. I don't know. No, we'll know. We'll know. Elaine says, I got to find me that half square triangle quilt design block. Yeah, look on Fat Quarter Shop. I have an affiliate link for you in the description box below that would help my channel out if you do happen to do any shopping. I'd love it if you use that link. Box 5, Beth says. Ooh, okay. Oh, Beth. Oh, Beth. Okay, I already see one thing on top. Oh. I went to the wrong scene. Box 5. Okay, let's see. I'm going to show that one last. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Hey, focus. Focus, camera. Focus. Right here. We're right here. There we go. There we go. Okay. You have, we're going to work our way up from, here we go. Here we go. Come on, camera. Focus. Down here. We're down here now, camera. There we are. You have a measuring tape with the Cotton Cuts logo. Anne says, you may get it, but will you keep it? Here you have a spool of gray thread Dove gray. You have another marking tool and a purple thing because that's what you got in this one. And then you have a fat quarter bundle of Primrose Hill. This is an out of print fabric line. This was gifted to me by a friend and I am gifting it to you this year. You have some beautiful blues, some creams, some peaches, some tans, and some greens. This is really pretty. The designer on this, it just says Riley Blake Designs by Melanie. Oh, Melanie, I can't read it. My eyes are not working tonight. So you have that, but then you have a jelly roll of the Ombre Flurries by V&Co for Moda Fabrics. Oh gosh, I'm drooling over this. This is an ombre fabric. And then you have another jelly roll. This is, what was this one called? I can't remember. Oh gosh, it's a Lulla Boutique line, Love Struck. This is Love Struck by Lulla Boutique. So 2 jelly rolls, fat quarter bundle, and a handful of notions. That was in box number 5. And all of this will go back in there. Contestant number 4, please. Who is that?
Chiquita Pierce.
Chiquita Pearson. Let us know in the chat. Would you like to steal 3, 4, or 5? Or would you like to pick number 1 or 2, which are new? This is going out. Like, this is going really well.
Yeah.
This is going really well. And I'll go back to the 1 cam so that you can see.
Box number 1.
Box number 1 has snowflakes. Box number 2 has penguins and polar bears on it. Trina says, sold! Box 5 is amazing, Morgan says. Chiquita. Chiquita. She's probably deciding. Trina saying, I'm going to steal 5. That was an awesome box, Fran said. Helen said, ooh, that's the one I was eyeing. Elaine says, I'd keep 5. Cotton Farmy says, a pink thing, an orange thing with gray, a purple thing, 1 fat quarter, great stack, 2 rolls. Wowzers! Chiquita is going to pick box number 1. All right, here we go, Chiquita.
Oh, your box.
So Chiquita, this is light on the number of things, but there's a reason for it. You picked well, my friend. Maybe. Maybe. If this designer is not your cup of tea, we'll find out. We have a purple thing, a marking tool. You have this little notion, which was in my sewing box and I'm just paying forward to you because I never used it. It's a necklace that has a seam ripper built into it. It's
really cool.
It is really cool. You can pull this thing back and then you have a seam ripper. It is rose gold. So you have those 3 things, but you also have a fat quarter bundle. This full fat quarter bundle of a brand new fabric line called Lighthearted by Camille Ross Kelly. All 34, I think it is, fat quarters are in here. Brand new fabric line that just hit the market recently. So this is what's in number 1. Hello, Loretta. All right, that's box number 1, which means player number 5, Yo Patty G. You can steal 1, 2, 3, or 5, or you can open number 2.
You can steal 1, 3, 4, or 5.
Right, whatever you just said.
Yeah.
Yes, number 1 will get a chance, which is number 1 was
Mary Smith.
Rose
Smith.
Rose Smith will get a chance at the very end to steal from all of them. Yep. See, nobody's getting burned on this. There are no duds. There are some that might be nicer than the others, but all of them are nice. Okay, she's going to steal number 5.
Whoa.
Okay, so who had number 5?
Number 5 was Beth Warren.
So Beth Warren, she has stolen your box. You get to choose whether you're going to pick the only box that hasn't been opened, which is number 2, or if you're going to steal. You cannot steal 5 back. You can steal 1, 3, or 4, or pick new number 2. Debbie says, I would steal them all. Thank you. And we have a steal. No box has a hunk of coal. Nope.
Nope. How can you have a hunk of coal when you have a half yelp?
No. Let's see what Beth says. Beth, are you there?
No, she can't steal number 5 because number 5's already been stolen.
Take 2. I want to see what's in box number 2. Okay, Beth is going to pick box number 2. So now all of them have been opened. I know what this box is. I called this the Mega Notion box. So let's go back to the overhead. Box number 2 has a whole box of Wonder Clips. These are all blue, and I loved them and used them. So these are used. I do apologize. I have upgraded to these aqua ones because aqua is my favorite color. And as a result, the blue are being paid for to you. You're welcome. So that's that. You have a box of the half square triangle quilt block design deck. You have a package of that Acorn Easy press pen. You have a marking tool. You have this cute little, I don't know what it is, but it's cute and it's a rainbow. You also have the Quilt Builder card deck. This is set number 1 and shoof, set number 2. Zoom you out so you can see everything that's in here. And then you do have a little bit of fabric, but just a little bit. You have a small fat quarter bundle of the Besties line from Tula Pink. I think there are 8 fat quarters in here. This was in a Sew Stamper box. I have yardage of this. I'm paying it forward. So you have, like, I don't even know how much this is valued at, but you have all of these notions plus a little bit of fabric. That is number 2. Number 2. Oh, and there's one more thing, a purple thing.
Because everybody needs a
Everybody got a purple thing.
Everybody needs a purple thing.
All right, so now those are all of the boxes. And we're going to go around and do our steal round, potentially. It all depends on what happens with Rose Smith. So Rose Smith, you did not get a chance to steal anybody's at the beginning because you were the first one. You were forced to pick an unopened gift. So the way this is going to work is as the first contestant, is contestant number 1, you get to choose. Do you want to keep
Box number 4.
Box number 4. And number 2 went to?
Number 2 went to Beth.
Yeah,
Warren.
okay. And
so that one doesn't get stolen now?
No, don't worry about
okay,
that. I just wanted to know.
Okay.
I just want to make sure you had it written down.
Yep.
So Rose Smith has box number what right now?
4.
So this is your box, Beth. Do you want to keep your box or would you like to steal somebody else's? Donna said, Ian left Tula Pink behind? He did. Loane says, Rose, you need to steal number 2. Paula says, just those clips are gold.
Say goodbye to Tula
Rose is going to steal box number 5.
Box number 5.
All right. So,
Okay.
who had box number 5?
Okay, hold on. She's going to steal box number 5.
Yep.
That belonged to Patty G.
All right.
Yo, Patty G.
So, Patty, you have to pick a new. You cannot steal number 5. You have to pick a new number. 1, 2, 3, or 4. I want them Wonder Clips and the purple thing, Cheryl said. What is behind curtain number 3? It's in the green box. We already. No, that's not her picking. I'm just reading the comment.
Okay.
Rose Smith. That's what we're looking for. Who's picking now?
She's
No.
Patty G's stealing because she got stolen from.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Patty G, come on down. Repick. Your box has been gone. Your box is all gone.
Your box went bye-bye.
Yep. I'm keeping number 4. She wants number 4. She wants the cave. This is
Okay.
the one with the cave facet.
Got it?
That's what she said. Yep. All right. So Patty is getting number 4. Who had number 4?
Who had the number 4? Sorry. Nobody had number 4.
Well, then she must have had it before.
Yeah.
It must have written some down.
Oh, Rose had it before.
Oh,
That's
okay,
what
and
it
then-
was. And she got 5. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So she's
So
keeping
can we
number
make
4.
sure that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 all accounted for in all
Yes,
names?
there's 4. 1, 2.
Okay. So Patty wants to keep this. So
Yes.
I believe we're all settled. Can you hand me box number 1?
Box number 1.
Yep. Who is this going to?
This is going to Chiquita Pearson.
Chiquita Pearson, box number
1.
1. And we're going to write it on the Post-it note so we don't. Chiquita Pearson. And we'll put it right in there. Now we know. Okay. Box number 2 is going to.
Beth Warren.
Can you hand me the box?
Mhm.
We're going to write Beth Warren on the Post-it note. And we'll put this in the box so we don't lose it.
I'm going to Karen Brunette.
Number 3 is going to Karen Brunette. And we'll put it in the box.
Box number 4 is going to Yo Patty.
Yo, Patty G! Yo. Patty G. I still like the story where Ian was like, I wonder what her real name is. I was like, probably Patty G. I feel like I know her last name too, because I think it used to be there. I don't
Rose Smith gets number 5.
And Rose Smith is number 5. Thank you, Mary, for your help. I appreciate you.
No problem.
All right. You want to
I'll
take
keep that
these?
your way.
I appreciate you. All right. That was fun, huh? That was a lot of fun. Let's do another mystery giveaway. So exclamation jingle in the chat is going to get you a ticket, and the winner will be pulled in 15 minutes, and we'll send that person a surprise gift. It won't be as great as the grand prizes, but it will be something. Trina says, all the boxes are amazing. Congrats, winners, and thank you, Becca, for the fun. You're welcome. Tony says, what a great white elephant contest. Yes, I thought it was fun. Mary and I were trying to talk through like what we wanted to do, like how we wanted it to play out, like how we would do this. And at first we were like, oh, well, maybe we bring everybody on camera. And I was like, no, we can't do that because then that's going to be a tech nightmare. Like trying to troubleshoot technology when people don't know to mute. And it's no, we're good. Exclamation jingle. Thank you. Now I'm just sitting here watching Jingle scroll on the page. Oh, and there goes my happy elf. Oh man, okay, this hat has got to go. Ooh.
I know it's hot in here, isn't it?
It's a little warm. It's always warm whenever you turn
The light.
the camera on. No, because these same lights are on when we're not
Oh,
on
that's
camera.
true.
I think the cameras emit heat.
That's right. It's all the people.
Oh, I have it set to elf, not jingle. That's right. Exclamation elf, exclamation elf, exclamation elf, exclamation elf. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You have 13 minutes. If you typed exclamation jingle, please change it to exclamation elf. Sorry. I appreciate you calling that out. Can I take part from Ireland? Yes, you can, Claire. Exclamation elf. You're welcome. Elf, elf, elf. I'm going to get a snack.
Because there's one over there.
Yeah, which one do I want? I love these Christmas nougats. Oh, they're my favorite. They're pepperminty. I love these. I'm just going to have one. Thank you for subscribing. I feel like I should be answering questions, but Elf is going so fast in the chat, I can't. I can't.
I don't remember which way I am these.
Mary is working on her
Christmas tree skirt.
Christmas tree skirt. I know what I'm going to do while you guys are getting your tickets. I'm going to take an intermission. So, keep doing exclamation elf to get your ticket. We still have about 10 minutes before I pick the winner for the mystery giveaway. I'm going to turn on the intermission screen. I am going to push an ad, which helps me with some ad revenue. You're not going to miss anything when I play it on the live stream because I won't be sitting here talking to anybody. So I'm going to push an ad out to you. I'm going to go take a little human break and I'll be back in just a minute. right. All right. All right. Thank you for allowing me a minute to get up and walk around and have 2 pieces of nougat candy, which was delicious. We still have about 7 minutes before it is time to pick our mystery prize winner. So keep trying to get your tickets if you haven't gotten one. If there are any questions that I can answer for you, type them in the chat. Make sure to tag me so I can see it. But this is a great time to just sit back and chat. Becky Hennon says, wishing you a very Merry Christmas to you and your family. Thank you. Same to you. Does everybody have their Christmas shopping done? Because I think we're done. Pull your shirt down. Your shirt. Oh, what's in there? Did you take my M&Ms?
No.
Oh. Nicole's got candy in her shirt pouch, carrying it around like a kangaroo, and I'm trying to figure out where she got that candy from.
I forgot I had to pick
Oh,
it
I
up
don't
at
care.
13.
Oh, thank you, Rachel. Rachel sent a $5 tip, said you deserve a little something to have a wonderful holiday, a treat on me. What runs? Okay, but you know, I'm so ADD that I can't have just one. I have to have one of all the colors. Okay, I have one of all the colors.
The banana is over there. I forgot it.
That's okay. I'll have one of all the colors. I have to have one of every color. I do that with my M&Ms too. I get the M&Ms and I sort them into piles of different colors. And then I make sure I have one of every color set aside. I save those for the end and then I slowly eat them. But
I got a battery pack over here.
oh. What is your most memorable sewing memory this year? Sweetheart Creations has. Oh, I don't know. Georgia says, I challenge you to actually learn that Jingle Jangle song that you keep singing by Christmas Day. I'll try, but I can't promise anything. So as much shopping as I'm going to do, yes, I'm done. Shopping done, wrapping halfway done, Fallon said. Jackie said, I haven't started yet, but tomorrow I will. What did you say what you are making with the charm cuts? Yeah, I'm just making some 4 patches and I don't know what I'm going to put the 4 patches into. I'm just making little blocks. My thought is with those little 4 patches, they could go onto some Christmas postcards or maybe be worked into an orphan block quilt. Jean says, where did you get the foundation for the postage stamp quilt? I bought it by the bolt from Moda Fabrics. But you can buy it from your local quilt shop. Not all of them carry it. I think Fat Quarter Shop has some. I did put links to those in the description box for that video. Have you ever used glue instead of pins when sandwiching? I have used basting spray when basting, but I have not done, I don't do a lot of basting because I usually just throw it on my long arm. Still don't know what my most memorable sewing memory is this year. And I'm very distracted by what's going on over here. What is going on over here? What is going on? They're looking for a cord?
We got it all taken care of.
Fine, I'll eat a runt.
I got the lyrics to the jingle 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 song. I'm good.
Oh, Karen said, oh, this one's good. Karen says, I don't wrap. I use bags. Candy says,
Karen, you were my people.
Karen's, oh my gosh, that is way too many. I'll just savor them for, this will still be here on New Year's Day. Kate says, I watched your video on how to make a bookmark. You did it in February. Thank you. I made 3 already. Awesome. Awesome. I'm glad. New Year's resolution, Paula says, I want to make 1 quilt a month, start to finish. Ooh, that's a lofty goal. Good luck on that. But you're saving yourself by not committing to a size. So if there's a month where you're just overwhelmed, make a small one. Let's see, what do we got in the chat? Katie says, hope everyone has a very Merry Christmas and is able to spend some quality time with family. Fran says, my husband surprised me with an HQ Amara. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I will tell you this story while we're waiting for the 2 minutes and 30 seconds to run out. So Jason and I, when we do our Christmas shopping, one of us usually takes lead for picking out the gifts, and then we pool our money and we buy for everybody. And most of the time, there have been some years where I've just been too overwhelmed with work and other things that I can't do the shopping. But most of the time, I do the shopping and I buy gifts that we have agreed on together, or I'll buy something and then tell him. The only person he really has to worry about at Christmas time is me, and I take care of the rest, usually. So this year, that's how it's playing out. And he said, well, I got you one gift. I only got you one thing. That's what he said. I only got you one thing, but it's a little pricey. And I don't know if it'll be here by Christmas. And I said, okay, not a big deal. He said, it's going to be shipped, so just keep your eye out for it. So this past Sunday, a box shows up at the door while he was taking Justice back home. And it's got like the electronic symbol on it for like rechargeable batteries or whatever, or electrical or whatever. And immediately, I don't know why my head went here. I was like, he got me something that's electronic, not on my list, and it was pricey. Did he
And
buy?
it was related to something in your stocking.
And he said it was related to something in my stocking. And I was like, okay. And the thing that's in my stocking, I know what it is. I know it's a quilting book. I don't know which one. I will find out on Christmas, but I know it's a quilting book. So I was like, okay, so it has to be something quilt related. Did he get Pro Stitcher? For like, did he get the automation? It's like, no, that is ridiculous. He should I was convinced that he didn't, but I didn't know. So I went into his room, into his office, and I sat down and talked with him. I was like, okay, I got to talk to you about this because I don't know. I don't want one. I don't know what it is, and I don't want to know.
Help, miss?
But
Oh,
hold
I
on.
don't like brownies, but thank you very much.
No, thank you. No, thank you. Forgot where I was. No.
Mary, help, miss?
Anyway, so trying to get through the story. So I go in and I sit down and I said, I don't want to know what I've got. I know you want it to be a surprise. So I'm going to cover my face and I'm going to tell you the story. So I went through everything. I was like, the box showed up. I brought it inside. I didn't look at it. I didn't open it, but I'm worried that you got me the automation for the long arm. And while I'm really appreciative of that, I'm also very nervous at you spending that amount of money because that's a ridiculous amount of money for you to spend without us talking about it first. And he sat back. And I go through everything. I don't know what he did because I didn't see his face. I had my face covered. I'm going to resume entry so you guys can still get your tickets while I'm telling the story. And so he says, you can relax. I didn't get you the Pro Stitcher. And I was like, okay. And so I sighed a little bit. I was also a little let down because I was like, oh man, I kind of wanted it. But I was a little relieved because he didn't do that. But then he told me a story, and I'm a little sad about this story. So he said he didn't get me the Pro Stitcher. However, he did and was ready to sign on the line and make the purchase. He was going to get me the rear handlebars for my Amara. And I don't know much about what that setup is, but I guess it comes with a screen in the back and the rear handlebars and all the things. He didn't want to buy it till he could see it. And so he went into my local quilt shop because they have handy quilters there and they have the rear handlebars on the back. And he talked to somebody there so that he could see what it was he was buying. And he was ready to sign on the dotted line. He was ready to make that purchase. And I have actually mentioned a couple times about how it would be cool to have those rear handlebars. But he asked a favor of the quilt shop owner. I guess he asked her if he could have them shipped to the store so that he could keep the surprise for me on Christmas and just keep it like a surprise instead of having it shipped to home, because if I'm working from home or it comes on a day where he's not here, he doesn't want, it's going to be obvious what it is. And she said, we don't really do that. We could have it shipped here, but then we have to charge you a fee. And he said that whoever he was talking to, I won't mention any names because I don't know who he was talking to. I do know the quilt shop that he went to, though. He said that they just didn't seem interested in his sale. They weren't trying to help. They didn't really care. He said they just seemed kind of aloof and just like, oh, well, you buy it or you don't buy it, whatever. And so he just decided, okay, no. And he walked out of the store and didn't buy it. So he said, no, I didn't get you anything for the Amara, but it's not because I didn't want to. I had the money. I was willing to spend it. I was going to spend it. They just needed to let me ship it to the store. And the thing is, I guess he said that he wanted it to be shipped to the store and then he was going to come pick it up later that day. So they didn't even have to keep it overnight. So I do not, I
Their
am not,
loss.
I'm a little sad, but I am excited to see what this box is and I'll let you know.
Their loss.
Oh,
We could have had a nice sale.
yep. I mean, whatever. Susan says, I am hoping the mountain pass will be clear Sunday when I drive across to spend Christmas with family. Awesome. Hello, Bobby Guy. Paula says, all right, we're going to close the entries. We're going to pick a winner. This is for the mystery gift. We're going to pick our mystery gift winner. Sandra K, let me know if you are in the chat. Just type something so I know if you're here. It is sad. I am a little sad. Fred says, I loved your postage stamp video. What size of the grid do you recommend for best results? Not the fabric squares, but the overall size you work on one at a time. So the panel has squares that are 1.5 inches, and then they'll finish at 1 inch. The panel is 12 inches by 21 inches. I think all the panels are 12 by 21. What is different is the number of squares that you'll get. So I think the panels are 12 by 21, but if you get like the 2 inch, you'll have less squares. For the 1.5 inch, there's 254 squares on that, I think. Sandra K. Wow, you are here. Awesome. Yay. So email me your physical mailing address, Sandra, and I'll get a nice gift out to you this week. Might be a card, might be a gift. I don't know. It'll be a mystery. You'll have to wait and see. We're going to do one more mystery gift giveaway, and then we're going to wrap it up for tonight. So we're just going to stick with Exclamation Elf because that's what was working. So Exclamation Elf in the chat will get you a ticket for the final mystery prize of the night. Bad customer service. Yeah, I know. Lori says, someone I know won. Wow. Monkey Man says, everyone have a wonderful holiday. You too. Laura says, that makes me sad. Customer service is so important, yet you rarely get it these days. Listen, here's the thing. Like, I don't want to say the quilt shop that did this, and I don't want to say their name because I have good experiences at this quilt shop all the time. And I hope that this was just like a one-off. And I hope it was just a misunderstanding. Because I wasn't there. I know Jason's side of the story, but I don't know their side of the story. And I don't know the logistics that it takes for all that stuff. But I do know, and I will say this, and maybe this is just who I am. And maybe I overcommit myself a little bit too much. But that was a special thing. And she knew the customer that it was for. She knew it was going to be for me. And I'm a good customer there. I haven't spent a ton of money in the past couple of years there, but I used to spend a ton of money there. If I couldn't have had it shipped to the shop, I would have offered up my home address. I would have been like, okay, I'll have it sent here. Give me your phone number. We'll work out. Like, you can pick, I'll meet you halfway, whatever the case may be, right? And sad thing is like, had he thought about it, he could have had it shipped to Mary's house.
Yep.
He could have had it shipped to the P.O. box and just told me not to go there. But he didn't think about any of those things. He was just like, well, forget it. This is getting to be complicated. Jason does that when things, and I think it's a guy thing.
Yeah,
I think it's a
if
guy
it gets
thing.
to be too complicated, they
Well,
don't want to do it. So.
Once it gets to a certain level of complication, he's just done.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I don't even say it's a guy thing because Zoe has the same personality. She's like, no, it's complicated. I'm done. Laura says a car dealership lost a super easy sale with the first vehicle I purchased for myself. They had a car on their lot and it was there for 20 minutes. I was there for 20 minutes without even a hello. That was in her early 20s.
Mm. Usually you go to a car lot and you get 10 salesmen coming up
Oh,
to you
yeah.
and they help you.
Yep. Yep. Same. Goodness.
That's why I
So
stopped going to car dealerships. I order my cars online.
I've never bought a car online.
I have my last 3 cars I've bought online.
Really? Without test driving them or
Mhm.
anything?
Yep.
Were they bought brand new?
Yes.
Did
I don't
how
buy
did
used cars.
Okay, so you bought your Mini
I
Cooper.
bought my Mini Cooper
Well,
online.
but that's okay.
I bought my.
I don't care about the other
Okay.
cars. So you bought your Mini Cooper. You knew you wanted to buy the Mini Cooper.
Mhm.
Did you drive a Mini Cooper before you bought it?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so you had been in one. You just didn't
Correct.
test. Okay,
I just
okay,
didn't test drive the one that I bought.
okay.
Yeah.
Carissa says, "Bless Jason's heart for trying to get you something you love." I agree. Although I will tell you, there is a good story, a good thing did come out of this. We had an open conversation about like the long arm and stuff. I said, "Listen, I love you, but there's more than one handy quilter dealer that we can go to. We could go to the So Yeah Guys, which is where I got the machine. We could go to a couple of local quilt shops that sell handy quilters here. There's one about 45 minutes south, another one about an hour north. This one just happens to be the quilt store that I usually go to. And I think there's a couple more as well." I said, there's more than just this, but instead of trying to surprise me, because the logistics of it would be so convoluted and so complicated, just promise me that if that's something you want to do for me for birthday, Christmas, whatever it is, we talk about it and we just don't have a surprise and we'll do it together. And he was like, "Yeah, that makes sense." He's like, "I don't think I could surprise you with something like that." I was like, "You could buy me fabric as a surprise, but I don't think you can buy equipment for my $15,000 long arm." And maybe you shouldn't without me knowing. So I definitely appreciate the thought there. I definitely appreciate the thought. But I am excited to see what he got. So I don't know what it is. We'll find out. I Love to Sew says, "I haven't stepped in to an Ace Hardware in over 30 years because of a horrible customer service." Jean says, "I'm like Jason. If it gets complicated, I'm out." Pat says, "I think that some salespeople think that I am there to look at the cars and my husband was going to come and buy it." Oh, don't get me
Oh,
started
that's-
on that one.
Oh, no.
Janet is like you. She said, "We have never test drove a car before we bought it."
Mhm. I have ordered cars that I haven't test drove before though.
Yeah. KD says, "If you ship with FedEx, then you can have it saved at their location." Very cool. Didn't know that. I guess you could do that with UPS as well.
Mm-hmm.
Lori says, "We had to buy a work vehicle. No presents this year, just dinner." Are those Skittles? No, these are Runts. Runts? Yep, they're Runts. Tanya says, "Come back to Patchwork Plus for Handy Quilter. I'll meet you there." That was the other store that got brought up. So it's a fancy new setup for your videos, Georgia says. Thank you. I appreciate that. I love it. Brenda says, "I had a Honda salesman tell me that I had to put a deposit down on a car that didn't even have a sticker to get the price. I responded very loudly and walked out. The owner called to apologize. There was no deal made that day." Karen says she loves my Christmas decorations, Mary.
Oh, thank you.
I'll tell you the best experience I ever had at a car lot. Several years ago, I was in the market for a car. I was newly divorced, had been divorced about a year, and the car that I had needed to be replaced. So I was on a very tight budget and I had a number in my head. I think it was $13,000. That was my limit. That was how much I was going to spend. I couldn't spend any more than that. And unfortunately, it was also the dead of summer and it was well above 90 degrees and humid. And I was going around from car lot to car lot to car lot looking at these cars. I went to like 4 different dealerships. And the first 3 that I went to, there were salespeople that came out to the lot and helped me, and I test drove cars. But every time I got in a car, I started the car and had to wait a minute for the air conditioning to kick on and cool off and then drive. But I was sitting in the car, checking out the car while it was cooling off. It was a whole thing. Well, I didn't see anything that I loved at those first 3 car dealerships. And the friend that I was with was like, "Hey, let's go to the dealership over by me. I bought, I know one of the guys that works there. He'll take good care of you." I was like, "Okay." So we go over to the Chevy dealership. And when we got there, there was a car pulled up to the front door running with the AC on blast in my price range. I got in the car, I test drove it. I came back, and when I came back, he had a second car there, cooled off, AC running, waiting right by the front door for me. I think I test drove 2 cars. I ended up picking one, and I went into the finance office, and this is such a stupid little thing. It's such a stupid thing. The total out the door price was like $13,500. And I told the guy, I was like, my budget was $13,000. I can't. And like that extra $500 was like $2 in the payment difference. But I had it stuck in my head. I did not want to pay over $13,000. So I told him, I was like, I can't go above $13,000. That was my budget. I can't do it. And he just kind of looked at me. I was like, okay, I got you. And he wrote up for $12,999. As a result, my parents have bought 2 cars after that from that dealership. They have a Morgan
customer
McClure in Castlewood.
And me.
And my sister has bought cars from them too. In fact, I think I was driving your Cavalier when I went there because my Camry died.
Yep.
I was. Yep. Jim says, yes, you can have too many decorations, according to my wife. Laura says, the shop near me has the best prices, but the worst customer service. I bought a machine and I get 20% off all notions. I drive 10 miles out of my way and pay more so that I don't have to deal with their service. Oh. VB Brooks says, so enjoy your background wall of yummy fabrics. Thank you. I appreciate that. VR says, I'm not cooking this year and I'm happy. We are getting Chinese food and binge watching a show. I'm excited. The morning is at my daughter's house. Nancy Jean says, I bought a car and when the title came in, the dealer put my husband's name on it first. I called and told them I am the one who bought it and they better fix the title or they will get the car back.
Go Nancy Jean.
Jewel says, I get why he left. I would have too. Tiffany says, instead of Christmas this year, we bought a new garage door opener and I am paying to get my long arm fixed. Ugh. Are Mini Coopers easy to get in and out of? Joan wants to know.
Yes. For
Yeah.
me, but for some people, not so much.
Maybe somebody that's got some extra weight on their belly.
Yeah.
I don't
My
know.
my mom has a hard time getting in and out of it. I always have to help her get in and out of it.
Is it because it's too low to the ground?
It's very low to the ground. But I love cars that are low to the ground.
Oh gosh. Catherine said she went into a car dealership and they asked where her husband was.
Oh.
Not cool. Susan says, I went to a used car lot to buy a car. I had an agreement to pay 3/4 of the price, come back to pay the rest, and they sold it already.
That sucks.
Joanne Showalter says, Patchwork Plus is my local store where I bought my Amara.
I love Patchwork Plus.
We got to go back down there.
Yes, we do. I think we should go before I leave.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Sandra Campbell, I guess, is going to meet us there. Oh boy. Yeah, we'll have to tell you guys when we're going to go to Patchwork Plus. And then maybe we could go to Patchwork Plus and then go out to lunch that day.
That sounds
Maybe
good.
on a Saturday in January.
That sounds good.
Trying to think what Saturdays are.
It's gonna have to be the first or the second Saturday because I'm gone after that.
You're leaving on the 15th?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
wah, wah, wah.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to go
Wait,
on
wait.
spring.
The
Oh, really?
15th, the 15th is a Monday, so you're leaving that day?
That day. Yeah.
Oh, sad. It's literally counting down.
Yeah.
So what if we go into Harrisonburg on the 13th, Saturday
Okay.
the 13th,
That works. And
Okay.
we could go to the quilt museum too.
if they're open?
Yeah, if they're open.
Yeah. Well, so if you're in the Harrisonburg area, Mary, Mom, and I will be in Harrisonburg on Saturday, January 13th. That is a tentative plan right now. If you would like to meet up with us, we will be at Patchwork Plus. We're going to try to go to the Quilt Museum and we'll maybe grab some dinner or lunch while we're out there. So if you want to, Wood Grill, we'll go to Wood Grill. It's a buffet place.
Okay.
Everybody can get whatever they want.
There may be a glitch in that because the 13th and the 14th, or the 14th is the day they're going to come and move me.
Let's do the 6th.
Okay, that sounds good.
First Saturday in the new
Sorry.
year. Saturday, January 6th. We'll be in Harrisonburg.
because my settlement is the 16th at 11 a.m. and I have to be in South Carolina, and it takes me a while to drive down there.
Yep.
I've already started to cry.
Don't cry. Don't cry.
I don't want to go.
Then don't.
I
Stay here.
I'll be back to visit, but I.
Georgie, you are entered. I see your entry here. I just double checked. Lisa's Quilting Corner says, after my divorce, I had to buy a vehicle. I can't talk. I shocked the salesman with my car knowledge and negotiating skills. I paid less than they were asking and got new tires on the deal. Sandra will be there.
My husband used to take me to the dealership with him because I know how to
Haggle.
to haggle with the
Yep.
salesman.
Maybe I'll even so Sandra's going to be there. Phyllis says, make sure the museum will be open this
Yes.
time.
Definitely.
We will. They might not be open.
Yeah.
Holly says, we have a quilt shop nearby, but the salespeople are so pushy. I only go if I can't spare the time to go to my favorite shops. They're lovely people, but I just can't handle the constant upsell. Joy D says, welcome to the Carolinas, Mary.
Yeah.
Night Owl says, rawr, I wish I could come. Linda says, I'm only 5'2" and female. So I took my 6-foot son, who is a mechanic, a truck driver, and researches cars. He was a great asset to have with me.
I'm going to go look up Bill Imhoff.
Laura says, I'm my father's daughter. I have put some car dealership people in their place for trying to play the girls don't know cars game. It's fun to teach them how much they don't know. Okay, listen. My dad worked for Ford. He built prototypes. And I come from Detroit, where everybody knows a little something about cars. Even if you're not a mechanic, you know a little something about cars. And I remember I had a Camry when I moved from Michigan to Southwest Virginia after my divorce, my first marriage. And you have to get inspections in the state of Virginia. So I went to get my car inspected, and one of my headlights was aligned a little wrong. And it was like a little dim, but it wasn't dim enough that it needed to be replaced. So the guy came out and he was like, he tried to tell me that I needed to buy a whole new headlight assembly because it was aligned wrong. And I said, no, I don't. You can realign it. And he just stared at me for what felt like forever.
Closed.
Okay. He just stared at me for what felt like a good minute or so. And eventually he just realigned that light. But I wasn't going to pay for a whole,
Becca.
he wanted like $250. I did not have $250. All he had to do was realign it.
And most of the time, and I hate to say this, but some of the shops like that, they see a woman come in or an elderly person, and they automatically see dollar signs. So.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So our final mystery winner of the night is P Bar. Type in the chat. Let me know if you are still here. Casey Semick says, I live in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
That's on the other side of the state from where I'm going to be in, but it is within driving distance.
Yep.
And I don't mind a good drive.
Candy says, a fair amount of my family retired from GM. Karen says, my husband worked as an engineer at Ford and is now retired. Awesome. My dad retired from Ford too. Susan Year Out says, I was buying a car for my daughter. They asked too much, so we started walking away. They came down in price twice before I bought it. I know your dad worked at Ford and you drove a Toyota. My dad worked at Ford too. I did. Yes, I did drive a Toyota because my in-laws gave me the car. It was free. And I even showed up at the plant to pick my dad up for lunch, and nobody would let me park it in the parking lot. Where are you moving to in South Carolina? Joydy wants to know.
Graniteville,
South Carolina.
right outside of Augusta, Georgia.
Soap and Girl says, I learned that when I tried to change the light on my Renault, I had to realign it myself. Do you have a time frame for the 6th? Tanya wants to know. We'll probably, what time does Patchwork Plus open? I think it's like 9, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll probably want to get there in the morning.
In the morning. Yeah.
So maybe we'll leave around like 8.
Yeah.
And then we'll be down there we'll be at Patrick Plus. We'll aim to be at Patrick Plus around 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And
Sounds
then we'll spend a little bit of time there and we'll play it by ear, right? Like,
No hurry. So.
Yep.
Yep.
Francis says, I work in a body shop and P-Bar is here. Awesome.
Yeah.
P-Bar, please email me your physical mailing address to becca@sobecca.com and we will send something out to you. Joydy says, I live in North Carolina, but I am 15 minutes to South Carolina.
Oh.
I started to read. Francis said, I work in a body shop and had the finance guy walk away from me when I asked why jump pack was in the back of one of the vehicle and why were the tires wearing funky like on another vehicle. Oh. Kathy Johnson said, my hubby went to get truck service. The salesman tried to sell him a new truck saying your wife won't notice because it's the same color.
Oh my stars.
Debbie wants to know, when is our next Zoom? So for the VIP members, the people that are in my VIP membership,
Next week.
it is next week.
Next
New Year's Eve on Sunday, New Year's Eve at the same time from 2 to 6. If you are a member of my channel, like you're tipping through the channel, that link will be dropped on the community tab. You are welcome to join us on Christmas Eve for a few hours of sewing on Zoom. Kathy finished that statement by saying he didn't know I owned an insurance appraisal firm and noticed everything about vehicles. Oh no. Tiff said, it's finally raining here. Only took all day of crazy black clouds. All right, guys. I think that about does it for me. Have a very Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful holiday. Don't forget, we'll be live next week. I don't know what we'll be working on. This is not the last live stream of 2023.
Next week
We have
will
one
be.
more. We have one more. Thank you, friends, for hanging out with me. Congratulations to all the winners. I hope you have a wonderful holiday, and I'll see you guys really soon. Bye.